Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Wasteland 2 with me, Cornish-Knight. This episode is going to be slightly shorter than usual just because I'm having technical problems, and I know it's been a while since we last played this with the Christmas period and everything, but let's get down to business, shall we? Well, thank you so much. I hope you can intercede for me. I've been wrongly imprisoned. Why are you imprisoned? Mr. Manor must know I'm innocent. He must. I admit I did fail to wash my shirts a couple of weeks in a row. I did fail to pick up my room, and I did apparently lead to a roach infestation. But it wasn't deliberate. I'm just being depressed. And my wife, ask my wife. I'm usually very clean. I can be again. What happened with the roaches? They came out of the steam tunnels into my room. I take full responsibility of letting them in. But I helped stop them, and I said I was sorry. Please, you have to help me. Why have you been depressed? It's personal. Well, my wife, she's been keeping to herself lately. She won't talk to me, and I won't say, and she won't say why. I'm afraid I failed her in some way, but she won't tell me how. It's getting me into a state. What can you tell me about your wife? Her name is Elizaveta Sartakova. You can usually find her on the farm near the solar collectors. She and Mr. Manners are good friends, which is why I don't understand this. Surely he wouldn't want her to be unhappy. What would make her more unhappy than execution of her husband? Dude, he's probably sleeping with your husband. Well, with Mr. Manners. Your wife's probably sleeping with Mr. Manners. Why don't you escape? I'd never do that. Never. How rude that would be. What do you know about Mr. Manners? I know Fimi. If you could just get a moment to talk to him, please. Could you visit his quarters and beg him to hear me out? He lives in the booth just up the stairs, right over there by the jail. How can we help? Just tell Mr. Manners I'm innocent. I'll wait here patiently until he sets me free.
They would imprison a man for so small a crime? Perhaps they aren't so civilized after all.
Yeah, but actually, infestations and the like are actually pretty bad. If you cause stuff like this to happen in normal life, even today, you'd probably get into serious trouble, hygiene-wise, like health and safety, and all that kind of stuff would be pretty down on you heavily. That's the third time I've been reprimanded for slovenliness. I'm doomed. What happened? Sheriff Marshall caught me with dandruff on my shirt again. I'm sorry. I'm going to get the axe next month. No way, there's got to be somebody worse. What about Malcolm, the one who was always burping during dinner? He cleaned up his act, chews 20 times now before he swallows. Darn, how about Edna over in the farm? Her fingernails are always dirty and untrimmed. She's been in the kitchen patrol for the past few weeks. Her nails are clean. What if we snuck into the barracks, put some banned books on her bunk? You mean get her executed in my place? How could I live with that, with the guilt? At least you'd live. Don't know, maybe there's another way. Okay, let's see what these guys want. Ah, crap, it's the Rangers. It's a pleasure to meet you, gentle Rangers. We weren't talking anything bad, honest. It sounds like you were discussing premeditated murder. Oh, Jannar, you've got it all wrong, Rangers. We're just joking, right, Mary? Oh yeah, it was all in good fun. You see, you've got nothing to worry about, Rangers. Edna is a good friend of mine. We were just going to pull a little prank on her, that's all. You are the one who should be worried. We could report this. Please don't. I admit I was considering it, but I wouldn't have done it. The truth is I'm doomed unless maybe you can help. What kind of help do you need me to do? Why do you think you're doomed? Sheriff Marshall caught me with dandruff on my shirt again. She gave me another demerit. If she catches me again, I'm going to get executed next month. Unless maybe you can help. Okay, that's a bit extreme, I must admit, killing people for... What kind of help do you need? I don't suppose you have any shampoo on you. I've got a pretty bad scalp condition. No matter how many times I wash my hair, I just can't get it right or get rid of the dandruff. Maybe you can use some of this dandruff shampoo. You saved me, Rangers. Here, take this banned book. We're going to put it on at the bunk and get rid of trouble, but I don't even want to be tempted to do something that shameful ever again. Take this too. It's not much, but you've earned it. V for Vendetta. A very good graphic novel, folks. If you want to read a good graphic novel, that is one of them to read. Personal favourite of mine. Very, very good. Are you keen enough to spot the evil hiding in plain sight, or perhaps it is you behind the mask? So it's perception. Goes to her because she's our perception expert. Right. Let's see if we can get these doors open. Yeah, there was something back here, I remember that now. Yeah, nothing too fantastic. Right. So it sounds like his missus is basically in an affair with Mr. Manners, which isn't fantastic because it will split the camp. Because if you guys remember, this camp is split between the Robinsons and the Mannerites, and the Robinsons will probably take advantage of this to stage a little coup. Right, it's up here, I haven't gone yet. Right, there's something in there. Let's have a look at the map. What's this? Breast proof. Mannerite, restroom, hospital, junkyard. So ongoing. Great suits, stabilize, citadel, blah blah blah. Right. So Mr. Pelindo found muddy footprints, grey clothing. Right.
Plenty of produce. Where's the beef?
Look, you dumb piece of shit, don't dump fucking fertilizer directly onto the plant. This is your way, you always done it, gentle guest. Don't give a shit about the way you've always done it, you're doing it wrong. It is true there, to be honest. Yes, I can see that our trees are all suffering. Are you being sarcastic? Isn't sarcasm rude? What if I told you I hate your gut, ugly face? I suppose I'd apologise and suggest that maybe if I put your eyes out you wouldn't have to look at it. Oh, are you fretting me now? It's not for actual threat if I do it. Fuck you. Damn, he went to town. What the high holy hell is going on here? Seraph, I'm so sorry for disconveniencing you today. No ma'am, he's extremely uncivil, Mr. Manners says that. I know what the dick says. You also know you've got to go to the jail, right? Yes ma'am, I head on up there now. Sigh. Alright, Redfern. So, right, get up and over to the hospital. And that was a bit drastic. See, this is the thing I'm worried about, is that if we cause the current leadership to collapse, a lot of bad stuff is going to happen. How the heck did you get promoted over me? You don't even know how to do anything. Because I know how to tell people what to do. But that's not a real qualification. You should know something about the job before. Shut up and get back to work. Okay, sir. See? I never was one for that. I think the person in charge should actually have knowledge of what they're doing. Otherwise it just causes all kinds of problems. Ooh, there's something here. Empty cat litter, empty cat litter. Really? Crumpled greenbacks, energy cells. Right. What's our current weight out? This is still fine. Don't think I'd need to sell the. I don't think I need it. Whatever you're selling, Rangers. Alright, he's a named character, which means he's probably going to be for something. Let's see if there's anything over here. Checking all the angles. The potters here are outrageously big and they smell great. Bent spoon, human hand. Okay. Well, we have heard that these guys are basically cannibals, so we're not proper cannibals, it's a bit more...
A teaching from the book. It is rude to forego your personal appearance and the cleanliness of your home. Keep your area clean, brush your teeth twice a day, and shower daily. If you do things right the first time, then you won't be punished for doing them wrong. Have a great day.
This crucifix looks more like it's pagan and less Christian. It looks like the scarecrow on it might have been made out of wicker lashings and human bones. Man, that's morbid. Right. So who's this? Roger Yee. Roger Yee, hello again. Have we met? Have we met? What are you doing in the corn and poppy field? Don't get a lot of visitors here. The air makes us a little loopy. My name's Rogers. Roger Yee. Did I say that already? What kind of visitors do you get down here? Just us workers, mostly. And probably remember if someone came though. Probably. I said probably already. Damn it, Roger. Knock it off. Keep it together. So there are poppies. So these poppies. Oh yeah, you can see the chip coming from the buds right now, can't you? These flowers are. They're like a free chip to dreamland. We use them to make morphine and painkillers. That's actually what you used to use. That's what they used to be used for, to be honest. Before they would turn into something else. Tell us about the corn. Delicious, nutritious, and just terrible for the soil. The real water hog. Good thing we've got all these goats to fertilise. Right, so that's stuck in a loop. We can't get that open. Who's this? That's it, the bloke's missus. Who's going to get his head chopped off. Hello stranger, may I be of service? You know a man in the cage by the name of Fletcher? You wouldn't have no one who can get cat litter, would you? Oh, so Mr. Manners knows plenty of it. What do you know about the Robinsons? I was born and raised Robinson, taught to respect power, but when we moved here I married Fletcher, Mannerite, and learned how thrilling politeness can be. Is it common for the Mannerites to marry Robinson? No, it's not, but Fletcher is special. He's a sweet, lovable dolt. Do you know the man in the cage, Fletcher? He's my husband, damn fool. He's been unjustly imprisoned and will be executed soon, but he won't flee, even if the cage is open. He says it would be rude. He thinks escaping death is rude? Ha, he's a Mannerite, through and through, too polite for his own good, literally. I begged him to run, but he won't. Even if I told him, oh, there's no point. Why is Fletcher imprisoned? They say it's because of the roaches, but let me tell you a secret. You seem like someone I can trust. You was a pawn in this game, and so was I. You were a pawn? Whose pawns? Tori's and Manners, both. What did Tori want? It's too embarrassing, too shameful. There's no shame if you were forced to do it. Please tell us. Tori asked me to seduce Mr. Manners. She saw how he always looked at me and told me she wanted me to get close to him and learn his secrets. She was looking for blackmail material so she could bring him and the Mannerites down and raise up the Robinsons in their place. I don't want to do it. I love my husband, but Tori told me I wouldn't be a true Robinson if I didn't. She said she threw us out, so I agreed. Please don't tell Fletcher about the affair. Does Fletcher know you had an affair with Mr. Manners? It wasn't an affair. I was forced into it. Tori would have killed me if I hadn't seduced him, and Manners would have killed me if I tried to leave. Please don't tell Fletcher. So where does your husband come into this? That's the bad part. My seduction worked too well. Manners fell in love with me. He wanted me for himself and decided Fletcher had to die. That's why Fletcher was arrested. The roaches for the execution. It's all Manners' scheme to get him out of the way. I begged Tori to help Fletcher and I to get away from her, but she wouldn't. She wanted Fletcher to die too. Why did Tori want Fletcher to die? She said it was perfect, better than blackmail if Fletcher died, and then I revealed that instead of being executed for attracting roaches, he was killed to get him out of the way, so the Manners could marry me. Then the Mannerites and the Robinsons would revolt against Manners for his rudeness and hypocrisy, and Troy could take over. What the hell did any of that matter if Fletcher was going to die? I don't want anything to do with it, but the hardest bitch said she'd have her thugs kill me if I said anything. There's no one I can turn to. Tell us more about Tori. Tori is our leader, so she has to be more like a Robinson than the other Robinsons. I'm a Robinson, and I am all for taking control of my life, but Tori wants control of her life at the expense of everybody else's. It's not enough for her to win, she has to make sure everybody else loses. It's an obsession. Yeah, that sounds bad. What does Tori want to revolt? She says there's no equality here, just no justice. The law is only whatever Mr. Manners says it is. She thinks he's crazy. Tori says she wants to make this open and free society with herself in control, of course. What do you think of Mr. Manners? I can't stand him, he's just like Tori, all he cares about is power and enforcing his rules on everyone. Yeah, but the problem is, if you don't have rules, society doesn't really work. What did Mr. Manners want? Simple, he's in love with me, he wants Fletcher dead so he can marry me. So the roaches investigation is over. Not really, the civil enforcers just drove them down to the steam tunnels and blocked up the vent. They're still down there and they're probably bigger than ever, they just keep growing, it's horrible. So the roaches broke through the air vent into Fletcher's room. That's what Mr. Manners and his civil enforcers say, but it's a lie. Fletcher wasn't the cleanest man in the Angel, but I think somebody opened the vent intentionally and Fletcher was set up. The guards have closed it up again now, but you can still hear the roaches settling right behind it. What can you tell us about the steam tunnels? All I know is that connected to many places in the Angel underground and are full of roaches. Belch. What did you tell him? Nothing, never mind, it's none of your business. We're making our business, tell us now. Alright, fine, I told him he'd been set up, but somebody let those roaches into his room and the fool still thinks it would be impolite to escape him before he knows he's innocent. Who set him up? I can't tell you, I'll be killed. You want to save your husband, don't you? Tell us and maybe we can help. No, I don't think to help strangers who know who would tell. Please go away.
She should not have done what she did. Still, I have pity for her. We must do our best to save her poor husband.
Copy, Ranger Team
This is
Echo.
bad. If we
Echo
mess
1,
this
what
up,
is your team? Congratulations, Echo 1.
if we mess this up, it's really going to mess up their society. Right, I need to have a lot picking up because I need to open doors, really, to be honest. Right. Any perks? No, okay. What else here is dead? There's that person. Backfield of solar panels line these sections of the stadium, and the batteries hum and crackle as they absorb the sun's power. Lindy Lewis says whistle while you work. Well, hey there, Rangers. Aren't you a bunch of strapping young guys and girls? Any chance I could convince you to help me with the ventilators? What's wrong with the ventilators? The fan's missing a couple of blades, and the people who built it used metric instead of standard. Can you run up to the general store and see if they've got the spare parts I requested? We just got stale air blowing through the ventilators of vents otherwise. What can you tell us about the vents? They keep the interior space a little cooler and help clear out the human sense of the fresh sense of humanity. It's already pretty limited due to all the blocked vents, so we need to get this fan moving again. Why are the vents blocked? Some areas to keep the roaches out. They crawl up through the steam tunnels to get to the food, hurt people. We just had to block up one in the barracks. They got Fletch in so much trouble. He left food or clothes, all kinds of mess out, and the roaches came right up by his bunk. Yes, but the steam tunnels, pretty ingenious bit of engineering from before the end. Every part of the stadium is connected by tunnels below ground, and they're all ventilation energy equipped. It's done there. You can get you want to get somewhere fast, you go through the tunnels, as long as you don't mind some of the amphipods' attention. Roaches, yuck. How bad can roaches be? Shivers. Not a lot shakes me, but looking down the more of a giant roach isn't an idea of a good time. We heard someone stole your tool bag. Glint sent you her. Sam told me that Glint was the one who stole the bag, but I'm not sure. I didn't see who it was, and I found a bloody glove near where I lost it, so I'm thinking the thief might be wounded. Maybe talk to Doc Edwardson, see if anybody came in with a wound in the last couple of days. We can tell us by Doc Edwardson. He's a doc, pretty cranky pants, but he's okay. He's in the hospital, just at the main entrance near the cafeteria. Right, okay. The standard vent just sucking and blowing all day long. Right. We'll grab this. Don't mind me just shoveling goat manure all day, every day. Pardon me. Junk. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh look, goats!
Oh god, no. Okay, don't fuss, Bess. Shit. Please forgive that outburst, gentle listener. Here, Gus. Why did they call you Gus anyway? You're clearly a famous out. Oh, Hello, Florence. You sweet little flower. Shit! Yes, I know my hands are cold. Stop butting me. If I had gloves, this job would have been a lot easier. Oh hey Rangers, come take a look at these beautiful creatures. Got to love goats. So noble. You seem to have been having a trouble with goats. Well yeah, the goats need to be milked, but they don't like the fact my hands are too cold. Why are your hands cold? I have a condition alright, I don't know why they gave me the guy with the cold hands the milking job. But I can't complain, I mean I do, but I'm happy to have the work. What does the milk get used for? We use it for all sorts of things. Drinking, cheese, butter, body paint. Mr. Manners just loves goat products. What do you know about Mr. Manners? Mr. Manners really loves his goat products. He's a sucker for a nice glass of milk. You should get some milking gloves. Gosh, that would be a huge help. I wouldn't have to worry about the cold hands. I don't happen to have any I could borrow, do you? Yep. Whoa, thanks. Please take some milk as a token of my appreciation. Bye. Right. We got milk, we got everything. Probably going to end it now here for the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Goats.
I'll see you all next time on the next episode of Wastelands 2. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the button. And I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.